I put off trying to learn sculpting for months. I spent all this time on Reddit, on YouTube, just scrolling through and admiring everyone else's art. And I just wish I could do the same. I would just sit there and tell myself I didn't have time or it was too hard to even learn. Honestly, I was scared to fail. So what finally pushed me to start? Realizing that waiting around wasn't actually gonna make me any better, and the time spent thinking about sculpting could have been actually spent learning a new skill. I haven't even been sculpting for very long. It's really only been like a month, but I've already learned 6 important things I really wish I knew when I started. And if you're just getting into sculpting too, or anything else creative, this might save you some time, or at least maybe help you feel a little less stuck. I wish I started way before I was ready. So I spent way too long just watching time lapses and tutorials where they would just sculpt something perfectly in like 3 to 5 minutes and it would just turn out looking awesome. And I'd tell myself that I was actually learning just sitting there and watching, but I wasn't. I was waiting for everything to line up. The perfect amount of free time after a long day of work and a bunch of motivation that just wasn't there. But the thing I would regret is not trying at all. So I finally started. I tried Grant Abbott's Goblin tutorial, which was actually the first real sculpt that I ever finished. But what helped way more was trying to make a sculpt right after, using those same techniques, but from my memory. It didn't turn out all that great, but it did get me past the part where I felt like I needed to be ready. You don't need a perfect plan, you just really need to open up Blender or whatever app you're using and just start pushing some shapes around. That's literally just step 1. And this really applies to really learning anything. And if that means you need to turn off this video and go start learning something, go. No, I'm just kidding, please stay, please. You're probably thinking too big. After I did that first tutorial, I wanted to make a character in an environment with full body and paint and a background, and I wanted it to be awesome. At this point, I decided I needed to go back to the drawing board because I was biting off way more than I could chew. What helped me more than probably anything at this point was just hopping in Blender and just starting to mess around. I didn't really have any plans. I was just testing the brushes to see what they did. Cool, so this one smooths stuff, this one makes some weird lumps, and this one destroys everything I've ever loved. It wasn't glamorous, and I didn't make anything worth posting, but I did get a lot more comfortable with the tools, and I felt a lot less overwhelmed. So yeah, scope small and stick with it. Just sculpt a nose or a blob with some eyes. Get in there, get comfortable. Don't worry about finishing anything, just get used to the process and try to be a little comfortable. While trying to be good was slowing me down. So even now, most of my sculpts look weird for a long time. Sometimes the whole time. Even the end when I'm done. But that's just part of the process. And until you start adding details like eyebrows and hair, your sculpt's probably gonna look like a bald alien. Don't worry if you are bald, you're still beautiful. I used to think that if something looked bad halfway through, it meant that I was failing. Now it just means I'm not done yet. Sculpting also just has this ugly middle phase that you have to be comfortable pushing through. It's not failure, it's just kind of what the process looks like. And don't spend hours obsessing over making it perfect. Finish it, flaws and all, move on, make the next one better. That's how you actually improve. The trap that feels like progress, but isn't. So I first actually learned this one when I was trying to dabble with game development. I was following all these tutorials pretty much nonstop, and I was really just copying. The second I tried to make something on my own, I realized I had no clue what I was doing. Sculpting pretty much works the same way. You follow a tutorial, it turns out decent, but then you sit down to actually sculpt something without someone guiding you through the entire process, and your brain just blanks. That's because the real learning actually happens when you start thinking for yourself. Tutorials are great, don't get me wrong, but don't let them be the only thing that you rely on. What helped me was trying to sculpt something following a tutorial, but making it my own project and not copying, just reusing some of the same ideas. It wasn't perfect, but it really made the knowledge stick. So yeah, do the tutorials, apply what you learned to your own project, struggle a little bit, but that's how it becomes yours. The thing that separates beginners from pros: use references, and not just kind of whatever, use some good ones. Like pull up some sketches of some popular artists that you like, pull up some other anatomy breakdowns or some sculpts, just really whatever helps you. For whatever reason, there's a lot of beginner artists out there that think using references is cheating, and it's definitely not. It's just kind of what the pros do. Simplify your tools. One of the first things that overwhelmed me when I opened up Blender for the first time to sculpt was the brush list. There are so many, there's like over 50 brushes. I initially spent too much time worrying about if I was using the optimal brush for whatever I was doing, and I was pausing YouTube videos and I was just kind of looking up there to see what brush they were using at this moment. And then I kind of realized I don't have to really worry that much about it. There's like 4 or 5 brushes that I pretty much use for everything, and then don't get me wrong, the others are useful, but they're a lot more niche. You don't need them right away. You just need to get comfortable with the small set and understand how they behave. So if that big brush menu is freaking you out, ignore it. Start with the few, you'll get to know them eventually, and you'll pick up the others naturally as you go. You're more ready than you think. Posting my art was terrifying, but worth it. Was it cringe? Maybe, but I'm better because of it. It's really easy to get in the mindset that you shouldn't share your sculpts if you don't think they're good enough. But if you're like me, that mindset can and probably will hold you back. You don't have to be proud of something to share it. You just have to be willing to own where you're at in your journey. I've sent some stuff to friends, family members, even posted some on Reddit, and now I'm literally making YouTube videos showing my process and my journey, and I'm progressing in real time. Still learning, still improving, still open to feedback, still making weird blob people from time to time. The more you share your work, the less pressure you feel to be perfect. You start seeing it as part of the process, not a finished product. Plus, you never know who you might inspire just by being honest about where you are. So yeah, post your work, even if it's unfinished, even if it's weird, especially if it's weird. Please show me if it's weird. Anyway, that's 7 things I wish I knew when I started sculpting. I'm still figuring this stuff out, but if you're early in your sculpting journey too, I hope this helped you feel a little less overwhelmed. What's your I wish I knew this sooner tip for sculpting or anything creative? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. Plus, I learned a ton from seeing what other people are figuring out too. If you learned something new or this video maybe even just inspired you a little bit to get going, please drop a like and a sub. It helps me out a ton. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to see what sculpting every day for 2 weeks actually looks like, awkward phases and all, check out this video right here. It's my full progress from day 1.